Final Fantasy XIV is jam-packed with tons of different races that you can choose from. One of those races is Hrothgar. So today I'm going to tell you 5 or more reasons why you should play Hrothgar in Final Fantasy XIV. This is a new series I might start, so if you guys enjoy this, then I might do more with each race in the game. But for now, we're starting with the one that I know the most about. And before we get into it, thank you so much for 5,600 subscribers. The growth hasn't slowed down yet. Like, I thought that you guys would stop eventually, but yeah, you didn't. So thank you. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's go. You should play Hrothgar if you want to stand out from the crowd. In one way or another, most races in this game are similar in the sense that they're all humans, or humans with cat ears, or dragon ears, or bunny ears attached. There's also big humans and tiny humans. Not to say that most races aren't unique compared to one another. Every race is unique in their own way, but I think that Hrothgar is the most unique, and I think that they stand out the most because they're completely different than every other race in the game. They're basically not even human at this point. Like, if I saw a crowd of people standing around, it's usually the easiest to notice the Rogadins and the Hrothgars because of how much larger they are compared to everybody else, and Hrothgars are even more noticeable because of their unique faces and their tail, obviously, and also the way that they hunch. The second reason to play Hrothgar would be if you want to get a lot of attention. If that is something that you're interested in, then that could be a good reason to pick this race. I've heard some Hrothgar players that they don't get any attention at all, but at least in my experience, I can't even count how many people have randomly DM'd me that my character looks good, or just comes up to me and starts a random conversation with me even before I started making content. Maybe it's because I usually take my character's appearance kinda seriously, so I always try to wear my best looking glams, but whatever the reason is, at least from my experience, it seems like Hrothgars get a lot of attention, and you can get some really interesting tells. The third reason you might want to play Hrothgar is the fact that they are pretty rare to see. Some people don't really care about the rarity at all, but I actually like that Hrothgar are more rare than most of the other races in the game. It's especially relieving that I don't get absolutely shat on for choosing the race, because some people get railed for choosing Miqo'te because of how many people play it. Like, I get it. There's way more Miqo'te than other races, but some people really gotta chill. Some people get, like, actually mad when they see a Miqo'te having any kind of opinion. In any area or instance, you might see like 1 to 5 Hrothgars, but you're never gonna see more than that unless you're on a server that's packed with them, which I'm not, so I barely see any. And because of that, you're usually bound to stand out a bit more compared to most other people in the area, especially if you've got a really good, like, flashy glam that fits your character really well. The fourth reason you might want to play Hrothgar is the fact that Hrothgar are big, but in my opinion, they're not too big. This is just a me thing, but I personally try to steer away from choosing any characters in games that look like way smaller than I am in real life. If I have the option to choose something a bit larger, then I'll do it. So my 3 options when starting this game were Highlander here, Ro, and Hrothgar. Obviously, I chose Hrothgar, as you can see, and after checking out the other races later on, I came to realize that Hrothgar actually has a great middle ground between being medium-sized and being really big. Armor tends to look big, but not too bulky on Hrothgar. Some sets do look kind of cringe, but most of them actually look pretty decent in my opinion. And I also feel like I don't take up too much space compared to some Ros that I see. Some people like that. It's just not a me thing. I don't know. Compared to Ro, I think that Hrothgars look less square. I think that their anatomy actually looks a bit better in my opinion. Again, that's just a me thing, but this is also a video of why you should pick Hrothgar, so you know. Reason number 5, Hrothgar have incredible emotes in this game. Hrothgar seem to be one of the most expressive races when it comes to the default emotes that change with each race. Whether it's the huge cheer, the loud laugh, the over dramatic cry, whatever emote you use as a Hrothgar, they're probably gonna be over exaggerating it a lot, and their animated personalities are something that I actually really ended up liking after a while of playing Hrothgar. And also, I think that they look really nice when you're drinking some tea. I mean, come on. Look at me. I feel like I look kind of cool. So now we're gonna check out a Reddit post that was made a while ago asking other Hrothgar players why they chose Hrothgar and what they like about it. So then there's some opinions outside of my own of why people do it. They're the widest race without looking too rectangular, or have emotes I dislike. Okay, this is kind of hard to read. I also like how they have this kind/gentle vibe to them until they get angry. Also, lions are cool. That's true. My reasons why I play them. They are big. They have the best muscle design in the game. They are the most wild and beast bestial race in the game. I don't like to play humans, I already am, so I like the fangs, the fur, the tick tail, the panther face. Their emotes are also great, but there's also some negatives about them. I didn't mention this in the video yet, but yes, there are a lot of negatives, which I've learned to deal with at this point. No headpieces, no hairstyles. This is actually changing over time, but there's still not that many. 99% of the metal armors in the game don't look good on them. I agree with that. There's a bug on their eyes, at least on the panther face. I didn't know that because they are big. Because buff cat dad, big floofy catto. I played Hrothgar when it first came out, a bit too hunched over in my opinion, and I got a few questionable tells, but that was all fine and dandy. I like big races, and it was a nice change from Rogadin. In games, I never play the human races. I find them too boring because I am one myself. Final Fantasy races are humans, humans with cat ears, humans with bunny ears, fat humans, small humans. So I started out as an all-raw white mage because they were dragon people with cool scales and horns. However, it turned out I like tank jobs a lot more. Also, all-raw are a bit too bouncy in their trot. So I switched to Hrothgar because I found it easier to imagine that a 200+ pound lion guy plays the meat shield of the party. So those are some outside opinions and thoughts of why people play Hrothgar over every other race in the game, but don't let that deter you or make you feel bad about the race that you chose to play, because obviously you have your own reasons to play whatever race you want, and all in all, every race in the game is good, and this one just happens to be my personal favorite. So in the comment section, let's have a discussion. Everybody, let me know what race you play and why you like it, and then maybe I can use your opinions on your race for the next video, since I haven't actually played any other races, and I don't want to just make things up. So let me know why you play your race, and hopefully we can get all of them in there. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed. My Twitter and my Discord are linked in the description, so if you want to check those out, then do that. But I'll see you later. Goodbye.